Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam.
Naranjaiva Narottamam
Naranjaiva Narottamam.
Devin Saraswatin Vyasam
Devin Saraswatim Vyasam.
Tato Jayamudiraye
Tato Jayamudiraye.
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu
Ashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhagavate Uttama-shloke.
Bhaktin Bhavadir Naistiti
Bhaktim Bhavati Naistiti.
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya Vasudevaya.
Devagi Nandanaya Cha
Devaki Nandanaya Cha.
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Nandagopa Kumaraya.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 2, Chapter 4, text number 12, 2-4-12. The canto name is The Cosmic Manifestation and the chapter name is The Process of Creation. Please repeat the sloga behind me. śrī-śuka uvāca.
śrī-śuka uvāca.
namaḥ parasmai puruṣāya bhūyase.
namaḥ parasmai puruṣāya bhūyase.
sad-udbhava-sthāna-nirodha-līlayā.
sad-udbhava-sthāna-nirodha-līlayā.
gṛhīta-śakti-tritayāya dehinām.
gṛhīta-śakti-tritayāya dehinām.
antaḥ-bhavāya anupalakṣya-vartmane.
antarбhavāyānupalakṣya-vartmane.
Word by meaning. Please repeat the begin me. Śrī Śuka uvāca.
śrī-śuka uvāca.
Śrī Śukadeva Gosvāmī said,
Śrī Śukadeva Gosvāmī said,
namaḥ,
namaḥ,
offering obeisances.
offering obeisances.
parasmai,
parasmai,
the Supreme.
the Supreme.
puruṣāya,
puruṣāya,
Personality of Godhead.
Personality of Godhead.
bhūyase,
bhūyase,
unto the complete whole.
unto the complete whole.
sad-udbhava,
sad-udbhava,
the creation of the material world.
the creation of the material world.
sthāna,
sthāna,
its maintenance.
its maintenance.
nirodha,
nirodha,
and its winding up.
and its winding up.
līlayā,
līlayā,
by the pastimes of.
by the pastimes of.
gṛhīta,
gṛhīta,
having accepted.
having accepted.
shakti,
shakti,
power.
power.
tritayāya,
tritayāya,
three modes.
three modes.
dehinām,
dehinām,
of all who possesses material bodies.
who possesses material bodies.
antaḥ-bhavāya,
antaḥ-bhavāya,
unto he who resides within.
unto he who resides within.
anupalakṣya,
anupalakṣya,
inconceivable.
inconceivable.
vartmane,
vartmane,
one who has such ways.
one who has such face.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanavande A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Translation, please repeat behind me. Śukadeva Gosvāmī said,
Śukadeva Gosvāmī said,
let me offer my respectable obeisances
let me offer my respectable obeisances
unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
who for the creation of the material world
who for the creation of the material world
accept the three modes of nature.
accepts the three modes of nature.
He is the complete whole,
He is a complete whole,
residing within the body of everyone.
residing within the body of everyone,
and his ways are inconceivable.
and his ways are inconceivable.
Purport. The material world is a manifestation of the three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance, and the Supreme Lord for the creation, maintenance, and distraction of the material world, accept three predominating forms as Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankara, Shiva. As Vishnu, he enters into every body materially created. As Garbhadaksha Vishnu, he enters into the every universe. And as Shiradaksha Vishnu, he enters the body of every living being. Lord Sri Krishna, being the origin of all Vishnu Tattvas, is addressed here as Parapoman or Purushottama, as described in the Bhagavad Gita 15.18. He is the complete whole. The Puruṣavataras are therefore his planetary expansions. Bhakti Yoga is the only process by which one can become competent to know him. Because the empiric philosophers and the mystic yogis cannot conceive of the personality of Godhead. He is called anupalakṣya-vartmane, the Lord of the inconceivable way, or Bhakti Yoga. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavad Pashashate Shatarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gauravakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So the previous sloka we discussed, Suta Goswami was saying that after the Parishit Maharaj was asking about the creation, and for that, so Sukadeva Goswami started answering by remembering the Supreme Lord. That's what we discussed in the previous sloka. So now in this sloka, Sukadeva Goswami, the discussion now it is coming into Sukadeva Goswami. So Sukadeva Goswami and Parishit Maharaj they are discussing. Sukadeva Goswami is now replying to Parishit Maharaj questions. So first of all, he is doing that? He is let me offer my respectable obeisances under Supreme Lord. Because always, whenever there is a discussion is happening, whenever about the Lord, first of all, we need to first give our respectable obeisances to the Lord. That's the reason we are, whenever the Bhagavatam recitation, Bhagavatam discussion, Bhagavatam class, or always we are discussing, first of all, we are reciting some Bhagavatam slokas to invoke the Lord's mercy. Because whatever the thing that yesterday we discussed, that the knowledge, remembrance, and forgetfulness, all the things are given by Lord only. Yes, He is sitting as a Paramatma inside our body, and He is giving this knowledge. So that is the reason, first of all, we need to remember the Lord. We need to, first of all, so that He is kind of focusing, giving the consciousness towards the Lord. Once your concentration going towards the Lord conscious also, He will also giving the required knowledge on the particular time. That's the reason, first of all, we are respectful. Whenever we are having the class, we are first offering our obeisances to the Lord. The similar way, here Sukadeva Goswami also, first he is doing this obeisance, respectable obeisances to the Supreme Lord, he is saying. And he is glorifying the Lord. For how he is glorifying? For the creation of the material world, accept the three modes of nature. In order to create this material world, Lord accept these three modes of nature predominantly. So how he is accepted the three modes of nature? Yes, he himself expanded himself as a. So there are three modes of nature: mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. So in order to creation, it required a mode of passion. So he expanded himself as a Lord Brahma and Vishnu. The next one, Vishnu. So in order to maintaining all this material world, it should be in the mode of goodness. So he took the form of Vishnu. And ignorance. Why? What is kind of ignorance? To annihilate. Because the material world is always getting created and it stay for some time and is getting annihilated. Yes, it is in order to show that this is not permanent. That is the reason it is getting annihilated. So that activity it is taken care by Lord Shiva. So he is explaining like this. That's what in order to creating, maintaining, and sustaining and annihilating, Lord is voluntarily accepting these three modes of nature. It is not Lord is getting affected by this mode of natures. These three modes of nature working under the Lord's directions. So he is voluntarily accepting and is taking care of this creation. And another thing he is saying that he is the complete whole residing within the body of everyone. So he is the complete whole residing within the body of everyone. So we should not think that because of our lack of knowledge, sometimes we will feel that sometimes when we are in the mode of ignorance, we will think that we know everything. Even though we are getting little knowledge, then we will come to know that okay, we are nothing. We are little not much knowledgeable. There are so many things beyond our imagination. All those things we can realize that. But during that realization, we should not think that we are studying that Paramatma, he is sitting in our heart. So we should not have the doubt that Paramatma is sitting in our heart. Why don't he give that all the knowledge to me? So that means Paramatma also it is not complete. We should not come into that conclusion. Yes, he is complete. Even though he is sitting in the Paramatma, whatever our previous karma, based on that, he is revealing, he is giving the knowledge, he is giving the remembrance, he is giving the forgetfulness. It's based on our karma. It is not that not everyone become a scientist, not everyone become a doctor, not everyone become the army person, Kshatriya. And not everyone is a richest person. Why it is not happening? Because of our previous karma. So how that material things is provided, knowledge is provided by the Lord according to our previous karma. Lord always whatever required he is giving as a Paramatma. He is sitting in our heart as a Paramatma. He is giving the directions to us. And also he is saying that his ways are inconceivable. We can't predict that, okay, this is the way he will reveal to us. No, we cannot predict the Lord. So something we will also in our life also we can see that we may have some different dreams how our life should go. Actually, we may dream that I need to purchase a big I need to work in a big company and I need to own a big car, big house, this and that. But our life is going in a different direction. It is not in our hand. Whatever we wanted, but what Lord's desire, according to that, it is going. So we cannot predict. And why Lord is giving this on this particular time, why it is not giving particular time, that also we are not aware. So Lord's activities, Lord's potencies, all are inconceivable. That's what Śukadeva Gosvāmī telling in this sloka. And here Prabhupada is explaining. So we already studied that there are three kind of Vishnus in the expansions. From Sangarshana, there are three expansions happening. Vishnu's form. So the first one is Karanadakshayi Vishnu. So the Karanadakshayi Vishnu, he is there in the Karana ocean. He is lying down in the Karana ocean. There, what he is doing, from his body, the universes are, whenever he is breathed out, the universes are each and every pores of his body. The universe, all the universes are coming. Each and every universe, one universe is coming from one body, one pores. So there are numerous, because in our body we can see that in our body itself there are so many millions of pores are there. Body pores. We already studied in the science. There are so many pores in our skin. And it's the similar way, each pores of the body of the Lord, each one universe is coming. So one universe is need to come from one pore. Then Lord, we cannot imagine that how big the Lord may be, because universes, we are within the universe, within one of the planetary system, within one of the planet, within one of the country, within one of the state, within one of the city, within one of the place, within one of the house, within the house also we are sitting in the one place. We are very, very insignificant. So we cannot imagine that how big the God is. We cannot, it is that way he is inconceivable. Because one universe is coming from his body. There are millions of universes coming from his body. And mercifully, what he is doing? Next, again, the Vishnu, as a Garbhadakshayi Vishnu, is entering into each and every universe. So Garbhadakshayi Vishnu again is entering each and every universe, and again is from from his lotus, he's lying down again there. So from his lotus, when his navel, from the lotus flower is coming, from there, each and every universe is happening. The Brahma is, because each and every universe, multiple, that means multiple universes are there. So multiple Garbhadakshay Vishnu entering into each universe, each Garbhadakshay Vishnu is entering. And from each Garbhadakshay Vishnu, Brahma is coming out from the navel lotus. So like that, the every creation is happening. From there, the creation is getting started. So first Karanadakshay Vishnu, so Lord is taking the Karanadakshay in order to create this material world. He is taking the form of Karanadakshay Vishnu. From him, from his pores, universes are coming. Each and every universe he is entering as the Garbhadakshay Vishnu. So it is not only the each and every universe. And after that, the minute particle, each and every living entities also is sitting as the Paramatma, is the Kshirodakshay Vishnu. As a Kshirodakshay Vishnu is entering into the each and every living entity's heart, is sitting there. So like that, Lord is inconceivable. How the same person can be like this, and universes are coming within the universe, how can he enter? And within the each and every living entity is coming. So it is not our bound with our imagination. We cannot understand that without the explanation from the acharyas. So the acharyas explaining in that way. So this is the way we have to accept it. Because we cannot imagine, because this is we never saw in our life. If we are saying that one person is there in this place, suppose somebody calling in that place, that person need to go. So the person, the previous place where he was there, that place the person won't be there. He need to go to, if he left that place and he reached there, means he will be there only. The only one place only the person can be there. But how a same person can be there in the multiple places? It is not possible. Yes, sir. Human being, it is not possible. But for Lord, he can take many forms. So that is the reason we discussed that the lamp. So even though there are multiple lamps we are lighting, with a single lamp, we can light multiple lamps. And after building the multiple lamps, we cannot see the differentiate, because the lamp, how the light is coming and each and every lamp, we cannot differentiate. This is the parent lamp. From this we did all the lamps that did. We cannot differentiate. All the lamps are the light will be similar. So similar way, the Lord is saying, even though he is taking the Garbhadakshay Vishnu, Karadakshay Vishnu, Kshirodakshay Vishnu, Karadakshay Vishnu, Kshirodakshay Vishnu, all the forms, the Lord's potency will be same. It is not that Lord is having the less potency when he's entering the human form of life, human body. So, it is not like that. So, Lord is mercifully doing all this activity in order to run this material world. So, that's what Prabhupada is explaining over here. So, even though he was entering into the material body, he is not. We are contaminated because we are affected by this material world. We are contaminated. But Lord, even though Lord is as a Kshirodakshay Vishnu is entering our body, he is there in our body, but he won't be contaminated. He never be contaminated. Yes, he is always Satchidananda Vigraha. He is always, even though he is there, originally he is there in the Goloka Vrindavana, but he is there as a form of Kshirodakshay Vishnu also in our heart. So he won't be contaminated always, because he is always Satchidananda Vigraha. So in Ishopanishad, there is a invocation, there is a sloka. So here the Lord's completeness has got discussed. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnam Adaya Purnam Eva Avasishyate. So here what it is Upanishad saying, the personality of Godhead is perfect and complete. And because he is completely perfect, all emanations from him, such as this phenomenal world, are perfectly equipped as complete wholes. Whatever is produced of the complete whole is also complete in itself, because he is the complete whole. Even though so many complete units emanates from him, he remains the complete balance. So that is the meaning. So he is saying that Lord is the complete whole. Always he is complete and perfect. Lord is always complete and perfect. So anything emanates from him, that also it is complete. Because the impersonalist, what they are saying that this world is a false, it is a maya, it is a imaginary. No. because it is also reality. It is also real because it is coming from, it is temporary, but this is also real because it is coming, emanate from the complete whole. That is why it is also perfect. It is not, the impersonate is saying that this is not a perfect place. It's not a perfect. No, this is also perfect. Whatever Lord is creation, everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. He's perfectly created everything. That's what this sloka is saying. Whatever the produced by the complete whole, that is also complete in itself. Whatever produced from the Lord, that is also complete in itself. It is also a complete whole. So even though he is expanding in multiple ways, Lord is expanding multiple ways, he remains as the complete, he is maintaining his complete balance. So that is the inconceivable potency of the Lord. So even though he is expanding so many expansions, but still he remains complete. So that we cannot understand. That's why we are calling it inconceivable. Adokshaja. That's what we are calling the Lord as Adokshaja. So how can we understand the Lord? By surrendering to the Lord and doing the Bhakti Yoga. That's what Prabhupada is explaining in the purport. The sloka purport. Bhakti, through the Bhakti Yoga only we can understand the complete whole, who is the Lord. This is one of the sloka in Narada Pancharatra. So it is said in Chaitanya Mahaprabhupada, it is referred, Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is referring the sloka. Sarvapadi vinirmuktam tat pravatvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhaktir uchyate. So it is talking about bhakti. So the Narada Pancharatra Vidhi, what it is saying that bhakti or devotional service means engaging all our senses in the service of the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the master of all senses. When the spirit soul renders service unto the Supreme, there are two side effects. One is he will free from material designation, and once senses are purified simply by being employed in the service of the Lord. So this is the beauty of bhakti. So what is the bhakti? Bhakti, how we need to do? We need to engage all our senses towards the bhakti, and what will happen? What is the outcome? There are two outcomes. There is side effects are two, which is it will free us from the material bondages, specific material designations. Another one, it will purified us. Our senses will be purified. Our senses will be purified. We will detach from the material designations. So this too will happen through the pure bhakti. This is the verdict of Narada Pancharatra. That's the reason we are always the Śukadeva Gosvāmī also is worshipping the Lord first, because we wanted to be first come out from these material designations, and we will be pure. Our senses need to be purified. So by engaging the service to the Lord's lotus feet, our senses will be purified. And in 15.18, so here in this purport, Prabhupada is explaining that Lord Krishna is being the origin of Vishnu Tattvas. It is addressed here as Param Puman or Purushottama, as described in the Bhagavad Gita 15.18. So in 15.18, Krishna himself is saying that. What he is saying that Yasma Sharam Atito Aham Aksharat Abhi Kotamaha Ato Asmi Loka Vedacha Ratitaha Purushottamaha. So what he is saying, because I am transcendental beyond both the fallible and the infallible, and because I am the greatest, I am celebrated both in the world and the Vedas and that Supreme Person. So he is explaining his supremacy. So fallible and infallible. What is fallible and infallible? This material world is fallible and the spiritual world is infallible. Infallible, we'll say. So he is saying that I am the transcendental beyond both. So he is beyond this material world and spiritual world, because both the worlds are created by the Lord. So if it's a material world and spiritual world, he is beyond that. That's what he himself is telling. So he is saying that because I am the greatest. So he is saying that I am the greatest. I am celebrated in both the world. So both the spiritual and material world, he is celebrated. And in the Vedas. In the Vedas also celebrating the Supreme Lord. So that's why he was explaining. So that as that Supreme Person. So the material world and the spiritual world and the Vedas all are celebrating him as a Supreme Person. That's what Krishna also revealing. Because we know that in material world, people are celebrating the Supreme Lord. And the spiritual world, we don't know. But he's saying that in the spiritual world also is glorified. They're celebrating the Supreme Lord. So the spiritual world, material world, and the Vedas, everywhere the Lord is glorified. So that is the reason we are glorifying the Lord, so that our senses will be purified and will detach from the material contaminations. And in Shastastakam, our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also saying, what is saying that? Ainanda tanuja kinkaram padita mam vishame bhavam budahu kripaya tava pada pangaja sidaduli shidrisham vichintaya. O my Lord, O Krishna, son of Mangaraja Nanda, I am your eternal servant, but because of my own fruitive acts, I have fallen into the horrible ocean of nuisance. Now, please be causelessly merciful to me. Consider me a particle of dust at your lotus feet. So here we are asking the mercy of the Lord. So this is the prayer of the devotee, great devotee of the Lord. When Lord appeared at Chaitanya, he wanted to enjoy the devotee mood. That's the reason Lord mercifully appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he wanted to teach the bhakti to all of us. So for that reason, how his feelings as a devotee he expressed here, how he is expressed. So he is glorifying the Lord. Oh Krishna, son of Maharaja Nanda, I am your eternal servant. I am your eternal servant. But because of our fruitive acts, I wanted to enjoy this my senses. So instead of giving instead of I supposed to work for your senses gratifications, your senses to satisfy your senses. But since I wanted to enjoy my senses, I came to this nuisance, the ocean of nuisance, which is this material world. I came to this. So what he is now, what he is praying, please be causelessly merciful unto me. Please show your mercy, causeless mercy, because whatever Lord showing to us, that is the causeless mercy. Causeless mercy means there is no reason for that. That is the reason we are calling that as a causeless mercy. So whatever we are getting, the tinge of bhakti, we are able to taste in this life. That is also because of the causeless mercy of our mercy of first of all our acharyas and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Supreme Lord. So because of all of this, we are able to get the taste of tinge of bhakti. That's the reason it is causeless mercy. There is no reason. We are not qualified, but still we are able to understand. We are able to take the bhakti little bit. So that is the causeless mercy of the Lord. So again, he is praying to the Lord. Consider me a particle of dust of your lotus feet. Please consider me at a dust in your lotus feet. So if we are able to be a dust of the lotus feet of the Lord, our life will be perfect. Because whatever we are trying in this material world, we are enduring for the bhakti, that is to become as a dust in the lotus feet of the Lord. So that is the mood of a pure devotee of the Lord. So that is the reason the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also teaching us that we try to be a dust in the lotus feet of the Lord. So today's sloka, that is the reason we are glorifying the Lord. So today's sloka, Śukadeva Gosvāmī is glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he is glorified like he is the creator of the three modes of material nature. So for why he is created? Just to make us realize that this is not a permanent place. We have to make us realize that our original position. And he is coming as because of his causeless mercy, he is sitting as a Paramatma, as a Shira in our heart. That is also his causeless mercy. So because of his causeless mercy, he is taking so many. We cannot say it is a risk, because for Lord is not a risk, but for Lord, because of it is not necessary to he need to make us realize, and he need to prepare this material, generate this material world. He need to put us here. He wanted to mercifully, he need to expand himself and he need to sit each and every living in his heart. It is not necessary for him, but because of his causeless mercy, because of his love towards the living entities, he was doing all those activities. So such a Supreme Personality of Godhead, we always worship him, and we need to always pray to him that even though I'm taking multiple janmas, multiple births, I should not leave you, Lord. I should get the bhakti in all the births. That is the mood of the pure devotee of the Lord, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We are also getting into the similar mood, even though we are taking the multiple births. All the births, at least birth after birth, please give me bhakti. So that is the only thing we have to ask the Lord. Hare Krishna. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Hare Krishna.